Hi there, my name is Eagle Eye, and I'm responding to a question that somebody posed on Reddit, which is, what exactly do DJs do? So I'm just a beginner and no expert, but I know enough to probably answer this question with some amount of certainty. So let's go ahead and get into it, and to stop you guys from looking at my ugly face, we're going to go down and we're going to view my DJ controller, which is a Pioneer DDJ 400. It's a beginner deck, but it works, and I like it. So on your deck, you have 2 tracks, and each of these tracks has volume controls, which I also have shown on the screen here, so you can actually see what I'm doing. And these knobs control the lows, mids, and highs, and I've got volume controls and a low pass and high pass filter. There's a bunch of other buttons, but all we really need to be concerned with are these 2. My cue buttons, which is where I've got cues placed within the tracks, so these help me transition, and then the volume buttons and tempo sliders. So when DJs are trying to make mixes, they'll go through, listen to a bunch of music, and find songs that match in key. They'll find songs that match in beats per minute, and songs that just have a nice feel or a nice vibe, and then they try to mix them together in one of many different ways. So I'm going to show you 3 ways in this video that DJs can mix tracks, and I'm probably going to do it sloppily, so please don't judge me too bad, but let's go ahead and get into the first way, which is where, at least for EDM music, you're going to bring in a song in the build and then just sort of transition that way. So for an example of that, we're going to use Kill the Noise's song Without a Trace, the Kill the Noise in Virtual Riot remix. So let's go ahead and get into it, and we're going to mix it into Save Yourself by Virtual Riot. Alright, so that's pretty simple. On the build, we just brought in the second song. We killed the bass on the first track, so the bass wouldn't mash, or it wouldn't collide with the other songs and, throw you off. And then on the pre-drop vocal, we cut this song entirely. Pretty simple. My second example, it's going to be a little bit more complicated. We're going to use 1-2 by Virtual Riot and Dion Timmer's edit of RL Grimes' Core. So this one is going to be a little bit of a different transition, a little bit smoother, and in my opinion, it sounds a little bit better. So on that one, all we did is we queued up the first track. We queued up the second track. We had the highs, mids, and lows on that track completely turned all the way down, so there was nothing playing to the crowd on this track. And then slowly during the course, we brought it up so the song could slowly start to hear core being brought in. Then once we had them all the way up, both songs were playing at the same time, we started turning down the lows, mids, and highs on the left track until this track is completely dead, and you're just left with the other track playing. So that's the second way. I think it sounds a little bit cleaner. And for the third way, it's just going to be transitioning on a drop, essentially. So we're going to queue up Rumble, and we're going to see how this one works. This is personally my least favorite way of transitioning because it can sound pretty choppy and you're relying on very quick movements. But so that's the third way that you can transition. Just flip it on a beat drop. One other thing the DJs can do is something called chopping, which if you want to look up SQUNTO, he's got a TurboChop video that shows him with 4 decks. Each one of those decks has a song on it, and you can see he's flipping between, all 4 different songs, playing different parts of those songs. So you can sort of make your own mixes on the fly. Since I'm a relative beginner, I've only got one song that I know how to do that to, and I've already got a video of it on my channel. It's the Love Is Gone, so I'll link that in the description. But if you want to see a rough So you can do things like that. Well, hope this answers the question on what do DJs actually do, because all of these techniques that I showed you, DJs are going to be using a combination of these, probably better than me, and a lot more, and they're forming a basically a performance for you that lasts sometimes 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. So it's a lot of work. And it's a lot of meticulous getting little small details right to make a cohesive set, something that the crowd will enjoy. DJs will often have hundreds of songs queued that they can transition to, that they know how to transition to, depending on how the crowd is feeling. So for EDM artists, they can be transitioning, if somebody, if they're playing songs and they feel like the club prefer some more house-based songs, they can transition to some houseier type sounding songs. Or if it's a heavier crowd and they really like the dubstep, well, then they can start breaking out, more dubstep tracks. I hope this answers the question on what do DJs do. And again, my name is Eagle Eye, and I thank you for watching this video.